everyone. Thanks for pressing play. We are talking great comics hitting the shelf for March 5th, 2014. He is always Randy. I am always Chris. We are ExcaliburCCG.com, Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana, as well as in Texarkana, Texas. Thank you for pressing play. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all the engagement that we've been receiving with our videos, all the comments telling us about your teams. There's been some awesome lineups that we've seen with everybody telling us who's going to be their favorite, their favorite, who's on their X-Men team and on their Justice League and on their Avengers teams. It's been fun and it's been cool. And actually, I got to give credit to Randy for those ideas because those were fun ideas. So we had a lot of fun with that. We will try to revisit something similar to that here in the future. But moving on, Randy, you want to tell them what's going on here behind us?
We've been telling you about some products that we get in here, maybe new, maybe they've just come back in stock, or maybe we've bought something, a lot from somebody, which happens to be what's going on behind us with our set today. Really cool set. I'm not sure it's all Star Wars here. There's some cool stuff. I like the little Gamorrean guard here. He's a giant Gamorrean guard. You can't see down below. We have a giant Han Solo on a Tauntaun. Just all sorts of cool things. I don't know if you make your way over here, but by Kevin Durant, we have like Anakin's pod helmet that he wore.
Oh, cool.
We have a couple of these with Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, kind of some twofers in here, but just all over the place, some neat stuff.
A ton of Star Wars stuff.
Yeah. Someone was a big fan. And
this is all the small stuff down here. There's a ton of larger items down here.
Yeah.
Speeder bike.
Yeah.
Princess Leia on the speeder
bikes,
bike.
they're like that big.
Yeah, that's huge. Huge stuff.
Yeah.
Man.
There's a giant C-3PO behind you.
Yeah, right there. And it's a mix.
I think the giant C-3PO even has like detachable limbs, which is cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool beans. So guys, all you Star Wars fans, boom.
Yeah, it might not be out quickly, but it will be coming out there and available for the public to purchase.
And most importantly, Randy's favorite Star Wars character. Right here.
No. No.
Vehemently.
No.
That
one, no. Darth Maul, what a useless character. Yeah. There are a couple of them. No,
that's awesome.
I like Lando in the cool gear there from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
That's a cool figure to have. And of course, Han's the man, so any of the Han Solos, that right there, that will be mine.
It's a good looking piece right there. So guys, tons of Star Wars stuff. Let's move on to the question of the week.
Yes.
Are you ready, sir?
I'm always ready.
Guys, this is it. Question of the week. Change a little bit, change of pace, change of format. This is it. This summer, we're getting 3 Marvel blockbuster movies. Captain America Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Amazing Spider-Man 2. Which one are you looking forward to seeing the most and why? Which one do you want to see the most and why? Randy, would you like to start us off?
Okay. The one I can eliminate from that is Amazing Spider-Man 2 because I've not seen the first one.
Okay.
So I can get rid of that one. I'm a big time Cap fan.
Yeah.
So, and that trailer just looks awesome. So, possibly Cap. However, I love the space characters. I love what Abnett and Lanning did with this Guardians crew, which is going to be very familiar to, that it's a similar crew there. And you and I will go back and forth, but I loved the Guardians trailer. I thought it was fun. And so it can kind of go either way. If I'm watching the Cap trailer, I'm going to go, this is what I'm looking forward to the most. If it's Guardians trailer that I'm watching, this is what I'm looking forward to the most. So I don't have a direct answer there. I guess tipping the scale would probably be because I'm a Cap fan. Cap.
Okay.
So what about you?
Definitely Captain America Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to that for a couple of reasons. The trailer for it looks awesome.
Yeah.
I really want to see how Ed Brubaker's story translates to the big screen. I like the changes that we're going to see. I like them bringing in the Falcon
Yeah, definitely.
I like
the Ultimate Falcon. I like that look a lot more.
Yeah. I mean,
exactly. On screen, it looks a lot better.
Yeah.
I like his actual costume.
And I like the fact that, to me, it means a little bit of something, but, I mean, having Robert Redford in it, I think, I'm interested in his character, and I want to know, I don't know, that kind of bumps it up a little bit for me. I want to see how he's going to be integrated here into the Marvel Universe.
We've also got Batroc in there, and Crossbones.
Right.
So we've got tons of, villainous characters as well. So,
yeah. And of course, Winter Soldier. I want to see that. Yeah. Yes, that's the trailer, man. They give it some sweet spots, man. That's just really cool. I'm looking forward to that one the most.
Yeah, and I think just from how she's performed throughout the movies and kind of what they've done with her character in the Captain America, just from the trailer or the scenes in the trailer, Black Widow, looks to be one of those big breakout stars there. They're putting a lot of faith in her to do her own movie coming up. So that's all thanks to what she's done with, I mean, she's just the thing where she swings down off the bridge or something and just like goes firing in the Cap movie is awesome. I really like what they've done with her character.
That's cool. So guys, that's it. That's the question of the week. Which Marvel blockbuster are you looking forward to seeing the most this summer? Tell us why in the comments. Tell us what it is and why in the comments below. Sign into Google+, please. And then comment below. Let us know. Moving on. How about that?
Let's move on.
Guys, storylines. Looks like it's a DC storyline week.
It is. I'll start us off.
Go ahead.
We have Forever Evil. We have a couple of things coming out, and thankfully, I think for some people, just because it seems to have gone on forever, Forever Evil number 6 is coming out. This one should be a pretty big issue because this is going to tell us what the fate of Nightwing is. It's also going to reveal who is it that's wearing the hood there, the hooded character, and it's going to then lead directly into number 7, which will be the finale for that. For that. Right along with that, you can throw any details in if you want. We have Forever Evil Arkham War number 6, and this is Bane versus mutated Arkham killers. There. So I don't know. I don't know if they're like it's some sort of form of his venom that they're I don't know what it is that they're juiced up on, but that's going to be for all the marbles of Gotham. Who will own it? Is it Scarecrow? Is it Bane? We'll find out. And the events of this are also going to lead directly into Forever Evil number 7. I believe this is the last issue of this miniseries. Number 6 is.
Yeah.
So we'll have that. That moves into Forever Evil number 7, and then I'll just go ahead and finish it off here. Phantom Stranger number 17. That's the Blight. Number 15, part 15 of 18. Is coming out. We have the Justice League Dark trying to free the Mystics from, how do you say it? Project Thaumaton, whatever that is. So it's they're trying to break them free. It seems like Thaumaton has been the third act here of that story, and now that's who has the Mystics. Because for a while I thought it was the Crime Syndicate that had the Mystics. Now it's this, and so somebody has the Mystics. The Justice League Dark wants to free them, and it will continue in Constantine number 12.
Yeah. So lots of Forever Evil this week. The big rumor and speculation stuff that was going on with Forever Evil was Nightwing.
Yeah.
And then we got him just like in the first issue, and that was it. So now I want to see now what they're doing.
I think the worst part about all that is that while this was going on, they did nothing with it in his own book.
Exactly.
They just had some other story going on. They did not tell anything about Nightwing having to fight that, and I think they missed a golden opportunity with that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
And then also, this is the last issue of the Forever Evil Arkham War. But guys, if you're getting this, don't forget there is a one-shot coming this month, March. That's a Bane versus Batman one-shot.
Ah.
So you won't want to miss that. I'm sure that's going to be the bookend for that particular series right there.
Right.
So, and I think it's the same creative team. If I'm not mistaken, it's the same creative, Tomasi and Eaton.
Okay.
So don't miss that, guys. Also, guys, this week in the Batman universe, we got Detective Comics 29, the conclusion of Gothtopia. Batman finds out what is going on. This is the conclusion of that, and this will launch into the new weekly Batman Eternal series. Every week you're going to have Batman with Batman Eternal, plus the other Batman titles. None of those are getting canceled as far as I know.
well, one is the Dark Knight is done with, or is getting canceled, but I think Shadow of the Bat's supposed to take its place. So they're not doing it. The thing I'll be interested to see is with the launch of Batman Eternal, you're going to have that, and then you're going to have the future. What's the name of the future book that's going to be going on? The Future's End. Future's End. You're going to have 2 weekly books going on.
Yeah,
that's juggling a lot there.
That is a lot.
DC's putting a lot of faith in the people to buy stuff. I hope it pays off. That there's something good there, because that's just a lot.
It's like there's only so much your wallet can take. You know? I mean, there's only so much. So, guys, it's a big DC storyline week.
Yes.
This week, with the conclusion of Gothtopia, nearing the conclusion of what's going on with Forever Evil. And if you guys have been reading these storylines, tell us what you think of them below in the comments. We want to hear what you liked about it, what you disliked. Tell us below. We're going to move on now. Moving on to the
number ones. I think you and I have 2 different what we're most looking forward to number ones here.
Okay, that's fine.
I have a good feeling I know what yours is. For me, Veil number 1 from Dark Horse Comics is going to be my top of the stack. Why? Greg Rucka. That right there. Greg Rucka writing another female character. He is one of the best in the business at the characterization of his female characters. Fully realized, great backstory and everything to him. This is only a 5-issue miniseries, though. And this revolves around some mysterious girl wakes up in an abandoned subway, doesn't remember how she got there, who she is, any of that. All she knows is that these men break in or come in, try to harm her, and they end up dead. So there's a lot of mystery to this. The one hiccup for me is I haven't been that sold on the art that I've seen. The art's really out there. It's maybe it'll make sense with the story, but I just haven't warmed up to it yet. However, Rucka's stories are so good that I'm willing to look past that, because it will be a good story regardless of the art.
That's cool. Yeah, and is there gonna be a heroic aspect to this character? I'm not sure.
He's real good about. He writes realistic, so real world kind of situations with a lot of his characters, and a lot of times it's more. It's not super heroics or heroics to them. I mean, his characters are what's the term? Fallible. How you say that? They're able to mess up.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
and stuff. So you have that with him. I don't think a lot of his. He's big on writing crime. He's big on writing, strong female leads, and putting them in realistic, real world situations. You take a look, even with Forever and Lazarus, a lot of that is still pretty realistic. You could see a future like that dystopian future happening, and you can, and the way the different level, classes work are pretty much how they work right now. So he just takes a lot of research on stuff that he's familiar with and uses them, and so we'll see if that happens here. If this is a character to be feared, or if this is a character that there's kind of the unbreakable aspect. They step up and they become heroic by the end.
Okay, we'll see. Rucka's definitely worth checking out.
Yes.
For me, I'm looking forward to Magneto #1.
I knew it.
I'm really looking. It's tough because another #1 we're going to talk about,
Yeah.
but I'm really looking forward to this with what's been going on in the X-Men titles with Magneto. Then we had that one issue that basically set him off on his own path.
Yeah.
That was a great issue by Bendis and Baccello. I'm looking forward to what's going on and what I've read with the interviews and stuff with this. Magneto is back. I mean, and he's even scarier than ever because his powers are still a bit out of control.
Right.
He doesn't have the finesse and stuff like he used to have. So now he's going to be relying more on, I guess you could say, the more human aspect of himself, his brains, his wit.
Right.
Maybe his charm at times, but with him having the issue with his powers not being as finely tuned as they used to be for him, it's probably going to be a bit more brutal too.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to this. You got Dale Eaglesham. I'm sorry, Cullen Bunn writing this, and the artist is Leandro Hernandez.
Gabriel Rodriguez. Not Rodriguez. It's
Gabriel Walter Hernandez. I think is who it is. Which I think I've seen that artist's work before. Maybe it's just been a while, but the preview pages I've seen of this. Yes, it fits. It fits very nice.
The thing for me, I'm a bit of a stickler with continuity, and one of the things is Magneto lost his powers in House of M.
Okay.
He lost his powers. No more mutants. Powers were gone. When they fixed House of M and everything was back to normal, he was without his powers. They were not there, and then all of a sudden he showed up at on Utopia and kneeled to Cyclops, and his powers were there again. We never got an answer as to where his powers were, and then we never really got an answer as to how his powers broke, because he did not have the Phoenix Force.
He did not.
So I there's all sorts of things that I really would like it if somehow Cullen Bunn was able to tie in some of this. Maybe his powers didn't break because like the others did with the Phoenix Force. Maybe whatever was powering him from House of M is finally degrading or breaking down now. That to me would be kind of cool if they did something like that. However, I don't think they will. I think it's going to tie in directly to where current continuity has had it.
Probably so. But guys, I'm really looking forward to this. Yeah. I mean, he's going to get his own. I mean, he's on his own. He's out to do his own thing, protect mutant kind at all costs, basically. Yeah. And he's going to have some people that are going to join him in that effort, friends and maybe foes. So definitely check out Magneto #1.
Another big one from Marvel Comics is Moon Knight #1.
Yes.
This is going to be Warren Ellis writing a monthly series again. That's the biggest draw for me. I'm not the biggest Moon Knight fan per se. But Warren Ellis, I'm a huge fan of.
Exactly.
As long as he doesn't just phone it in. Sometimes he's known for doing that. He just wants a paycheck. Here you go. Here's something. So hopefully there's something more here. Everybody, most people are familiar with Mark Spector being Moon Knight. Most people are familiar with the fact that Mark Spector has multiple personalities. I am going to be very happy here because I have a feeling they're going to take away the terrible crime that Bendis did with giving him superhero alternate personalities and possibly giving him other personalities instead. We know he's going to have 3 of them. The other thing that's kind of cool here is he's a twisted character. New York's kind of a twisted city. There's a lot of craziness that goes on there, especially within the Marvel Universe. And it looks like he's going to be more of a detective sleuth kind of character than he is going to be a superhero. Right. So I'm looking forward to that aspect of it. I think that's neat. He's still going to have the power of Khonshu, I think is how it's pronounced, behind him. So I don't know if he's going to be as violent as they've had him in the past. I'm not sure what's going to be going on here. But this is a series I'm kind of excited about the more I look at it and read about it.
Yes, and the preview pages stuff look great. Some of the covers, love the look at some of those covers that I've seen. And Warren Ellis is back. Yes. So I'm looking forward to that, guys. Another one that I'm really looking forward to as well: Starlight #1.
That's right.
Mark Miller, Goran Parlov.
I'll tell. That's what I have for it.
That's all he's got. Guys, Starlight #1 with Mark Millar, Goran Parlov is basically Mark Millar's version of a classic sci-fi Flash Gordon type character.
Right. But there's going to be more to it. It's going to be his own story.
Yeah.
It's
older.
Yeah.
More to it, more involved.
Yeah. It's interesting that they've done the recoloring on it. They've made a big deal out of that because apparently the blonde hair was too close. Too close, sir. To Flash Gordon, so he had the black hair, but he's a gray-haired man in a lot of what we're going to be reading of him. So
yeah. So guys, this is the story of a sci-fi hero.
Yeah. Duke McQueen.
Duke McQueen, who does go off into space and does help a world to defeat their great enemy, and then he returns home to his wife, whom he loves, his family. But now this is in his later years. Think maybe Dark Knight. Later years. His wife has died. He's got his kids and grandkids, but now he's kind of yearning for that adventure back in his life that he had years ago, decades ago, and he gets the opportunity to do it again. So we will see. We're going to see how Mark Millar is going to tell that kind of story, and see fantastic art by Goran Parlov, who I love. Fantastic work on several things, Punisher, and among many other things that I've seen him on. So I'm definitely on board. I want to see where Mark Millar's going to take this.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Mark Millar fan, but I love Parlov's art.
Yes,
that is the big draw for me here. The other thing, the hiccup in all of this, though, is that he's this big time adventurer between two worlds, a la Adam Strange, Flash Gordon.
Yeah,
but I don't think he ever actually did have that big, grand adventure, save, whatever that everybody thinks that he had. So when this opportunity presents itself for him to have the adventure again, he's excited because he's able to possibly be the hero that everybody thinks he is. I think there's a twist to this just from the preview pages, they've had that where the alien princess is talking to him,
right.
Just be happy about it, kind of thing.
Okay.
So I think there's a twist here they're going to throw in, and I like that twist. So we'll see. But,
what else for you?
For me, we've got a neat. This is a neat concept that's coming in from Top Cow / Image called Tales of Honor #1.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is just a one shot. I think it might be. But this is introducing Captain Honor Harrington, and she is set to be executed. And while she's set to be executed, she is relaying, I don't know if she's writing out or telling, the third person narrative, telling her story of how she came from, this backwater planet to being the linchpin in this huge epic adventure that somehow ultimately leads to her being in prison, ready to be, waiting to be executed. So you've got that. It's a neat little story as far as that goes. The other thing that's really cool with this is I think Wednesday, if they have it set up correctly, Wednesday when this releases, there's also going to be an app that's released for this as well. I think it's like a game app, and this is based on a book by, I don't know if it's just a single book or a series by David Weber, and it's in development right now to become a movie. So there's so a lot of people, maybe a couple of years from now, when if the movie sees its daylight and is made and everything, people are going to be scampering back trying to find this, because that's what people usually do whenever a movie comes out. So right now, here's your you know who you are. Exactly. I mean, sometimes we're them.
Exactly.
So here's your chance to get this right now while it's brand new, fresh. It's readily available, and I like that aspect. It's almost like Defiance.
Oh, okay.
Where it has an app, or it has a game. I don't know, but this has an app that goes along with it. Okay. So I like that they're mixing media with this, and not just like having this on a digital.
Right.
Yeah. There's something else there. So
yeah,
I'm kind of excited to see what exactly it is.
Very cool. Very cool. Last #1 that I have.
Yeah.
Big old Marvel #1. Wolverine and the X-Men.
Right.
It just finished up, and the previous series just finished, and now we are launching into a new Wolverine and the X-Men series. Number 1 hitting the shelf this week. Written by Jason Latour, art by Mahmoud Asrar. And I really dig the artist on this. I've seen him around, and he's even done some recent stuff on other Marvel properties, like Indestructible Hulk, if I'm not mistaken, is where I think I last saw him.
I think he got his start on a Dynamic 5 with
I was thinking that was the same...
or Jay Faber.
I was thinking that was the same artist, but he's definitely grown.
Yeah.
And developed his art style even better since then. But guys, this is relaunching Wolverine and the X-Men. The school has changed. Changes are at the school. We're dealing with a different Wolverine. And it looks like with this series we may see more of the. I know one of your things has been about the characters. I think we're going to see more of the students.
Younger,
more of the students come to the forefront with this.
Good.
There's still going to be some of the senior. I know Storm and Wolverine are still going to be a part of what's going on there.
I don't know for how long Wolverine will be.
Exactly, because Wolverine and the X-Men, I don't know. With what's going on with Wolverine, I think he's just in name only.
I think they've even alluded to that.
And I'm glad if that's the case. I'm fine with them stepping aside and us getting more of Idy and Quentin Quire and just more of the students there. Brew, definitely Brew. Maybe Dupe as well. But guys, Wolverine and the X-Men number 1 hits this week. Let's see what Jason Latour's got. I don't think I've read anything from him before. I know he's done a little bit.
He came on and finished up the Captain America book.
Okay.
Or it was either maybe it was a Captain America and book.
Was that it?
He finished. No, that was Colin Bunn that did that one. He finished up the regular Captain America book after Brubaker left, and his name on. He's doing the art on Winter Soldier.
Yes. So he's also doing the art on Southern Bastards when that comes out.
Is he doing the art on that?
Jason
Okay.
Aaron.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, he's kind of got his plate full from on both sides there.
Yeah.
He's a switch hitter.
Oh. That's the last number 1 I got. What about for you?
Yeah, that wraps it up with number 1s. There are a couple more out there, guys. You're always welcome to search for them. We highlight kind of the big ones we're expecting here at the comic shop a lot of times, and maybe even the big ones you guys are, might mostly be interested in.
Definitely, guys. That's it for number 1s. We are moving on to some of our favorites. Like we do every week, guys, we highlight some of our favorites, stuff that we read month in and month out, that you should be checking out because it's just good stuff.
Yes, it is.
What would you like to start with, sir?
We've got, this is one that's been kind of late getting here, but Wild Blue Yonder number 4 is coming out.
Okay.
That's, I think, a 5-issue series, but it's worth going back and trying to find the first few issues on this. It's been a whole lot of fun. Mike Raich is the person that's writing this. I think he's most notable for doing the Stuff of Legends. Okay. And this right here sees the Judge. He's getting closer to finding the Dawn as it's out there trying to do its thing while also keeping away from evil. Mm-hmm. And the one big problem with all that is that there's this guy Tug that the Dawn has taken on, and it seems like he might have betrayed them. Although I think the more you get into his character, the more maybe he doesn't like the fact that he betrayed him, or he's wanting to right things. So you've got kind of a classic story being told there. It's not necessarily anything new. It's told very well, though, and the art is beautiful on this book.
I like that artist. I do.
That artist is awesome. I'm sorry I don't remember his name. I'll look at it and I'll type it on YouTube there later. But it's a great story.
Cool. Very cool. Guys, we're getting a double dose of Mark Millar this week because we finally get another issue of Jupiter's Legacy. Number 4 hits this week.
Yes.
So we've been, 4 to 6 months in between issue number 3 and issue number 4. But in the storyline itself, we're actually 10 years into the future.
10? Okay.
10 years into the future, and we see that Brandon, who was the son of the Utopian, I think is and the Utopian's brother, Uncle Walter. Well, if you've been reading the story, you know that they staged a coup, and they are basically in charge of the world and the superheroes and superpowers. And on the run, we have Hutch and Chloe on the run, trying to stay away from these people, trying to stay away from them, and protect their son that they have. And I want to see a world. I want to see the setting. I want to see what Brandon get what he thought he would get.
Right.
You know, and did Uncle Walter change it up because he was always combating his brother. No, we need to do this. No, we need to do this. And now he's in that position, so I want to see what the world is like 10 years later.
Right. I'm looking forward to it. Frank Quitely art. Beautiful art. Totally forgot about the book until they finally say that it's coming out there. We have Earth 2, number 21 is coming out. That's a good one here. Tom Taylor's taken over the reins on writing it. It's been good. I don't know if it's been James Robinson good, but it's been good. I like some of the stuff they're dealing with. I wish they dealt more with younger versions of the JSA characters rather than counterparts to a lot of the just regular Justice League characters or things that we see already in books. So I'm a little disappointed by that. This is cool because the Resistance, I guess, so to speak, have an answer now. They have a new member who happens to be Kryptonian, and he's going to go toe-to-toe there with the Parademon, see how he fares with his powers. The cool thing they've done with this character is that since coming to Earth, he's only been kept in like this I guess lead or steel or whatever room. He has not ever seen the sun. He's never been out, so he is unfamiliar with what kind of powers he's capable of harnessing.
Oh.
So they may have an answer to the evil Superman that's flying around there now. But it's a neat concept that they have here. I like that they have a different Kryptonian. They could have thrown Kara back over there and had her, Power Girl, but they went a different direction, and it's not a bad direction. I like it.
So you're still digging it, huh?
Yeah, I'm digging it.
Okay, very cool. Guys, another one hitting the shelf this week for me, Green Arrow, number 29, Outsiders War, Part 3. The past couple of issues, wow, man, we have really just dove into lore and myth of the clans, Ollie's family members, and estranged family members.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just taken off. It's been awesome. I love the concept. With the last issue, we saw some major changes. We saw someone that Ollie thought was dead come back to life, and so much more that person was involved in. We saw a change in the leadership of the Outsiders.
Yeah. Someone
that we're all familiar with, that have been reading the storyline. And this issue, we're going to see the culmination. There's one more part, if I'm not maybe one or two more parts, but we're going to see Ollie try to take on the Outsiders by himself, and it's just not going to. I don't think it's going to happen. It's just crazy. No. But I'm really looking forward to this because each issue is just built, especially this Outsider storyline, just built and built and built, and there's been revelation and revelation and revelation. I was just like, it's like every issue has been a punch, boom, boom. So totally on board.
They have a really good storyline going on with the side story with Diggle and Richard Dragon and whatnot going on back in Seattle. So that's been a cool one that maybe has not been getting as much attention as the main story with Ollie. But yeah, awesome book.
Yeah, I want to see more of that story. It seems, I mean, they're still developing it. It's like still it's kind of infancy.
It's probably going to be the next thing next storyline afterwards. But I mean, they've been dropping some cool little bombs here and there with it already. That's a cool one. I've got Uncanny X-Men number 18 coming out this week. There's not a lot to it other than the fact that the cover has someone holding a gun to Cyclops' head.
Yeah.
Who is it? We don't know. What has Cyclops done? Well, he's done a whole lot here.
What was he not done?
My guess is he just sent someone from the team home packing. Maybe that person isn't too happy, and maybe that person could be the reason. We also have a certain mutant that took over hunting him down, and something happened to that mutant and was replaced by somebody else, and maybe that it could be anybody. There's a list of I have my top 3 choices as to who it could be, but I'm interested to see what's going to be going on with it.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a Bachalo cover, but man, that's a pretty cover that they have.
Yeah, it looks more like
awesome.
It is a great cover. It looks more like a painted.
It almost looks, more like Delotto or someone like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It looks good.
I want to see. Hopefully they will. Hopefully the cover will actually be an aspect of the storyline. Yeah. But guys, another one for me that we talk about every month. You should be reading Clone number 15. I liked what happened with that last issue, and now in this issue, Lucas and the clones that are with him. Luke and the clones that are with him they have a very unique opportunity placed in front of them.
Yeah.
They can go off and be by themselves.
Be happy.
By themselves, their own place, be happy.
I say be happy.
You say be happy. We'll see. But that does come with a little bit of a price.
Yeah.
There's a price involved. And will Luke who's the one in the wheelchair? Is that Gamma? Will Gamma is he going to tell him the price that will have to be paid? Will they choose to do that? I want to know. It seems like this could actually be, because there's been so much running and gunning, so much conflict and stuff, and Luke, evaded getting barn raped a couple of issues ago. It seems like it could be a quiet spot for him, a Utopia. Will they make that choice? I want to know. This, and guys, every month this has been a great issue. You should be getting it and you should be reading it.
Yeah, definitely. I've got Afterlife with Archie number 4 is coming out.
Oh.
Finally, they I think skipped a month on us, and so we have number 4 finally coming out. Fantastic book. This is part 4 of 5, I think, of the storyline Escape from Riverdale. We have everybody is locked in, or the Riverdale gang's locked inside of Lodge Mansion right now. That's Veronica's father's mansion, and there are some infected friends there. So they are now kind of trapped inside with the infected.
Ooh.
They need to break out. Are they all going to get out? I don't know. But I just saw they had in this previews that just came out, the next storyline is called R.I.P. Betty. So I love what they're doing with this. This is one of the best reads that has come out this last couple of months here.
Yeah. That's very cool.
Great book.
And man, they're on the edge with that stuff.
They very much so are. And for me, I get the treat of the Francisco Francavilla's interior art on that. I love it.
Oh, good. I'm glad that you like that, guys. Last one for me for this week. Velvet number 4. Man, last issue was. That ending to that issue was great.
Yeah,
that was great. I mean. And man, the creative you were talking about earlier. You were talking about Greg Rucka with the Veil and female characters and stuff. I love Brubaker's another one for me that does that with female characters.
Definitely.
And what he has done here with in Velvet. Oh, I mean, she's awesome.
Yeah,
she's just awesome. I love it. I want to see now if she's going to get any of the answers.
Yeah,
that she went and broke that woman out of prison for, and then.
That was intense.
It was so intense and so crazy.
Yeah.
And is it Mike Perkins?
No. That's Steve Epting.
Steve Epting is killing it.
Yeah.
That last issue was gorgeous.
Yeah.
It was just gorgeous. Every page was gorgeous. It was crazy good. So guys, this issue, she's at the masquerade ball. Velvet is still trying to find out the answers to what happened to the death that led to the death of X-14, the agent that she's retracing his steps to find out how he ended up getting killed and her being accused of his death, which she didn't do. This is a must-read series, guys. Lazarus, that he mentioned, Greg Rucka's writing that we mentioned before, and Velvet, they're like two peas in a pod, babe. They go together great. Yeah. So check them out.
The cool thing here is they're at the masquerade. Apparently, this is at the masquerade. There's the double agent at the masquerade, but everybody's in masks. So how is she supposed to find this person to get the answers for it? So there's another intense little moment right there. This has just been so much fun. This is like a female version of a Mission Impossible kind of story, and it's just so good. Love it.
Very good.
That's it for me. I do have a couple, or I guess a real quick question for everybody out there who watches the video. We have this week a lot of number 2s and a number 3 coming out of some of the new Marvel from their wave. Loki Agent of Asgard #2,
Yeah.
Punisher #3, She-Hulk #2, and New Warriors #2 are all coming out this week. I'm just curious. We don't get to read everything, and we try to promote everything. What are you thinking about these new series that have just come out here? I think I asked that last week. I'm still asking that, especially with this big load of #2s coming out this week here.
Right.
For me, I finally got to read the Miss Marvel #1, and I was really surprised by that. I enjoyed it a lot more than I enjoyed the little story in the Point Now that they did. I still don't like our power set. I think that I mean, if you ask me what's one DC character you can kill off with just a stupid character, Plastic Man is one of the worst characters to me. and she basically looks like she has his powers, so it does not win me over at all with that. So we'll see. I do love Wilson. Her writing is phenomenal on that. I wish that Alfona's art looked a little more like his style on Runaways. It looks like he's kind of changed up some things. I'm not the biggest fan of the little changes there, but it still looks good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm digging the Punisher series, but I only got to read the first issue.
Okay.
I'm behind on reading, and
I had a customer come in here the other day and said, "Thank you for mentioning that about the Goth Bling." He's like, "That was just a terrible thing. That was the one dark moment on a great issue."
The one dark moment. That's awesome. A spot of black on this colorful palette here.
Yeah.
But guys, hey, that's it for this week. And you've been armed with the question of the week. What Marvel blockbuster are you looking forward to seeing the most? And tell us why below in the comments. Another great week of comics, guys. I'm really looking forward to some of these things. I'm like, I may read some comics actually on Wednesday when they come out instead of being delayed like I usually am. But guys, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. Please share the show if you like what we're doing. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, whatever you use. Please share it. And if you're following any of the creators on social media that we talk about that are doing these series, drop them a line and say, hey, these guys, they do a weekly episode and they're talking about you. They like your stuff or they're promoting your stuff. Help us out in that regard if you can, if you will, with a little bit of evangelism in that regard. As always, guys, we are ExcaliburCCG.com, Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana, and in Texarkana, Texas. And for our Shreveport customers, this week you'll see some changes.
Yes, you will.
It'll be a little bit of a different looking shop whenever you come in. So we're excited about that. Lots of changes are happening around here, and they're all for the better.
Yeah. If you're a Sunday customer, we're sorry. If you were at the door knocking and we didn't let you in, we're going to ignore you this week. This is back. We're saying it now. You're going to be seeing this later. We're closed Sunday, so there's a whole thing with that.
There's a whole thing with that. But guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. That's it for this week. Anything else to add, sir?
That sounds good. This is game night for me. So tonight, roll for initiative.
Roll for initiative. Until next time, guys. Be safe. Take care.